Loving you is complicated. Loving you is complicated.
Okay.
Kendrick, give us money.
Yes.
He's a friend of the show. A friend of the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Keep It Rolling with the Broadcast Brothers. I'm Matt.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Andrew.
And we are the Broadcast Brothers.
What?
Oh crap, I already said that. So today we're... yeah, I think Andrew and I were expecting Josh to talk about what we were talking about.
Line. Of course,
Anyway.
of course.
Yes, but we are going to we're going to succeed in talking about some scary movies because it's Halloween. Ooh. However, it is kid-friendly scary movies.
Yeah. So not scary, but Halloween-themed
Halloween-y.
movies.
They're Halloween-y.
Halloween-y movies. They're not really scary. They're just Halloween-y.
Yeah.
Some of them can be scary, though.
Yeah.
Like, Hocus Pocus probably scares some young kids.
To be honest, I've never watched Hocus Pocus.
I haven't either.
Okay,
Honestly,
it's all right.
I was never a fan of how the characters looked. The designs were too weird.
Me
The
too.
Three girls.
But
Yeah.
the witches, the Roald Dahl,
Roald
the
Dahl, Witches live action
That
TV
was
show was
scary.
terrifying.
It was a TV
It's a
show?
movie. Sorry,
yeah,
movie.
it's a movie. They showed it on
We used to-
freeform ABC Family.
Yeah, ABC Family. And it was terrifying because they made the witches actually scary. But that's just Roald Dahl. Like, Roald Dahl was
Freaky.
very creepy with his
Mhm.
child-friendly books. But
Yeah. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was creepy too.
yeah, no, they are creepy stories.
Yeah.
He just puts a family-friendly seal on them.
Right.
Anyway, so do you want to just start off with bringing up the one that I feel is probably one of the most popular and it's watched by us every year?
Mhm.
The Halloween Town films, Disney
Halloween Town.
Disney Channel original.
Yeah.
This is in my head when I think Halloween kid-friendly movies. This is the one I go to. I just
me too.
watched all four of them, getting ready for Halloween this year, and they're just classics. Granted, the fourth one sucks because they got a different actress.
Yes, but I never noticed when I was a kid for some reason.
Me neither.
I didn't notice it
Like,
until
I
this
guess
year.
they did a good job of hiring someone that looked like her. Or
No, she doesn't look like her at all.
maybe we were just so fed up with that annoying voice that the
Yeah.
original one.
Mom!
Yeah, I just didn't care about actors back when I
Yeah,
watched
that's
these
true.
all the
Yeah,
time.
when I was younger, I
It
didn't
was
know.
kind of just like characters. That's all you need to know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But yeah, love them. Always have. They're very. You can tell that they're Disney Channel original. They are very childish, but they're just touch me close to home. Love them.
They're very intriguing. They're very creative with
Absolutely creative.
their world.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that that's what's really cool about it.
Yeah.
I think that it has more imagination than the Harry Potter series, honestly.
Yeah, I think that first of all, the entire universe of Halloween Town is just really fascinating,
Mhm.
and it shows a really good message in just a very just the premise of it.
All right, can I actually
Yeah.
defend my point? Because Matthew was giving me just the stink eye when I said that
don't
thing
know
about
the
Harry
stink eye,
Potter.
but it made me think a bit.
Okay, because I just want to defend my point. In Harry Potter, you are surrounded by wizards at all times. In Halloween Town, there's only a couple of wizards. Meanwhile, everything else in this town is some weird type of Halloween-themed creature.
That's true. And
Therefore, you have more variety.
I'm just gonna throw this in here. The costumes were incredible.
They were.
Oh yeah.
Like they were so good, and that skeleton, that the taxi driver skeleton, Barry, I don't know what his name is. Benny. Yeah, he was awesome. Was he CGI or was he? I don't know.
No.
No, he was just a robot.
Quite
he was a
foam.
robot that was just like like puppet-esque, but
I think it was a puppet. I think
No, but-
not like a puppet. I think it was probably plastic.
then I take back my stating that he was incredible. But he was good.
What an incredible puppet, guys!
As a kid, you thought that was a real skeleton, and it was good.
Yeah. As a kid, a lot of it seemed a lot better. I watched it this year. No, I think that it is really well
It's
made.
good.
I think it is a very
The script is but it's a good screen. It's like a good plot.
Yeah. I think that you're right, and I think that the script is and the fact that a lot of
The lines are stupid.
the lines are really dumb, and they spell out everything for you, as does most.
Yeah, but you know,
kids'
Disney
movies?
Channel original movie. Yeah,
But I think that it was really good, and like I said, I mean, the whole premise of it is that monsters like look scary, but it's not. It's what's on the inside that
it battles
matters.
racism way before Zootopia.
True.
But does this get an Oscar? No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, take that, Disney. Schooled by Disney. Anyway, another movie that actually did that and very family friendly as well. Paranorman.
Oh, yeah.
I love
We watched
Paranorman.
this year.
Yeah,
I didn't
a
watch
week
it this
ago.
year, but I watched it before you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I think it was last year with Dad. so
Yeah, Josh
we
and I
both loved it.
just watched it this year. And it was the first time we'd saw it. I was actually expecting something a little more creepy, but it's not scary
It's
at
so
all.
funny too.
It's really a comedy more than it is a horror movie. But the thing that's really cool about it is they use a lot of horror movie tropes.
Oh, yeah.
Like they have the one thing I noticed is all of the characters had the same archetypes that normally
Yep,
the teen horror movies
The
have.
jock, the annoying teenage girl,
Right.
the main character, the nerd.
Right.
Yeah. I when I watched it, I was like, they clearly wrote this movie to appeal to the genre.
Yeah, it really was a love letter to sort of 80s, 90s
Yeah,
style
that's true.
horror.
Like
Horror movies, yeah.
Dawn of the Dead or whatever that stuff
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. Like a whole Dawn of
Cabin
the
in the
Dead,
Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
The Friday the 13th,
Exactly.
Scream. Like, just
Yeah,
a bunch
Scream's
of
a
really
great
cool
movie.
stuff. I actually haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I was
haven't
just
seen
talking.
most of those. I haven't seen
Great
most of those
trilogy.
movies.
You should all watch it.
Okay.
Trilogy?
I didn't see the fourth one though.
So it's
Great
not a
trilogy.
No, it started out as a trilogy, and then they came out with the fourth one like 10 years later.
And
Yeah,
a TV show.
The TV show is rocking. That's what I was just gonna say.
No, no.
No?
But
maybe
anyway,
not.
that movie had Paranorman had like the same message of don't judge.
A book by its cover.
Right, just because something is scary doesn't mean that they're like bad people. Or there were actually a lot of messages in that movie, so I
Yeah.
can't just dial
I
it down
forget
to one.
So,
but
like,
the
you
one with
guys
the
might need to
girl.
refresh my memory.
Yeah,
The-
What was the girl
okay,
saying?
so the main girl, who's like the witch or whatever, who's cursed this town, she was just a little girl that
yeah.
in the Pilgrim Age,
right.
Oh my god.
the masters of the town or whatever sentenced her to death because she
Could see ghosts.
could see ghosts.
And
That was
everyone
bad, yeah.
And
Everyone
every-
thought she was a witch.
and that's another thing that this movie did awesomely. They said adults don't have everything figured out. And they told it to
Definitely.
kids, and it was so cool. They said sometimes people do things because they're scared. And that is such a huge thing that's going on in our world today.
Absolutely.
Like, right.
Fear can cause a lot of irrational actions.
Right.
Gotta
Exactly.
get some more hype that Paranorman because not a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And-
thought it was a fabulous movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm giving it the Andrew Reed
Seal of
9.0
approval.
out of 10.
That's great. That is a great score and perfect for this movie. I think
7.8 out of 10. Too much water.
that is
A couple of you will get that.
anyway, it's by the same people as Coraline. And Coraline
No
is,
way. Are
Yeah.
you
Is it really?
I'm
Fact
gonna look
check.
it up.
Fact
but
check.
I'm
All right. Well, I'm going to talk to Matt for a bit too.
All right.
Something that I noticed that Josh was really upset about is if you wait until the end of Paranorman,
Yeah.
you get to see the artists create the models of the
Really?
characters.
That's what I missed.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I was editing one of these episodes while it was playing in the background, and then it just came on, and I started freaking out. It was really cool. I really love when,
There are after credit scenes and stuff like that.
well, yeah, and especially when it gives shout outs to the artists that work so hard
Absolutely.
that I think are underappreciated in society.
Definitely.
One of the directors directed Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah. Then it is. It's by the same company then. because Kubo was by Coraline as well.
Yes.
So Josh fact checked, and I was wrong. Sorry, guys. -1 point for me.
Yes. So it is by the same company as Coraline,
Yes.
which is another really good scary movie for kids.
Creepy movie.
I
for kids.
I watched it last year with Andrew, or this
Yeah.
year actually with Andrew.
And we saw it in theaters when it first came out.
Yes, we
First
did.
of all, the movie theater was packed. I remember I think we tried to see it one time and it was sold out. We saw it again. We had to split up because there were so many people seeing that movie when it first came out.
Yeah.
I guess it got a lot of hype because of the claymation and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it was cool.
It really hadn't been seen for a while when it first came out.
Uh-huh.
You know, the last one that I can think of before that is Nightmare Before Halloween.
Nightmare Before
Nightmare
Christmas.
Before Christmas.
That's it. Christmas Before Halloween.
No,
Anyway.
but so that one's also a really good movie. That one really creeped me out
It's
when I first
scary.
saw it.
That one I will say is a horror movie for kids.
Yeah.
That mom at the end is so creepy.
And the cat is too.
Oh my gosh.
Which the cat is a good guy and it's still creepy. And so's the friend.
Yeah.
The friend is creepy.
And he's a good guy.
And the acrobats that live upstairs.
Honestly, everyone in that movie is creepy.
Yeah, it's so cool though because you kind of never know who to trust and who to put your faith in.
Definitely.
And it's a kids movie, which makes it so cool because it gets kids introduced to the genre.
Yeah, and especially don't understand where we're coming from. I watched this movie this year and I was creeped out. And I am that.
Yeah.
No, I that's why I don't watch it that much because I get creeped out. I'm not even kidding. It's a movie I could watch maybe once every other year.
It's really good though. And first of all, the animation, just amazing. They use claymation so well
Mhm.
in this movie. But also the themes
Stories.
behind it.
Yeah,
are
the
just,
themes behind
insane.
it are good, and
she
the story was good.
Yeah, it's about this mom or this fake
Girl. Well,
Yeah.
it's about this girl who underappreciates her life and what her parents do for her and stuff like that. And
Well, no.
Her parents are pretty
Her
crappy.
parents
though.
are pretty annoying.
yeah, but she underappreciates her life. You know what I mean?
She's
She
mad
does.
because she moved and
Yeah.
she doesn't have
Yeah.
any friends. And
It's like Spirited Away.
Oh,
Yeah.
check out our Miyazaki podcast if you haven't yet.
Callbacks.
But on the other side of these scary movies for kids are also the really, really kid Halloween movies, and one of those is Scary Godmother.
I was so happy you brought this up.
Did you ever see it, Andrew?
I never saw it.
Okay.
It's on Cartoon. I'm not sure if they still show it on Cartoon Network, but
I have no idea.
it used to play it every year, and Josh and I would always watch it. Scary Godmother and Scary Godmother 2.
Mhm.
It was so good, and it was about this little girl who had to go trick-or-treating with her brother and his friends, and they were all being mean to her and trying to scare her. And then a magical woman called the Scary Godmother comes and
she's a witch.
yeah, she's a witch, and she comes and brings the little girl to her Halloween party, and it's super fun. I'm pretty sure there's
It's a cute movie,
it is.
but it's bad.
Well, it's
No, but it's I feel like it's joking with itself. There is a scene where there's just the 4 older kids are talking
Mhm.
and they're like, this is my favorite part, and this is what the part that everybody remembers from this movie,
Yeah.
at least in my friend
there.
group.
There are 2 different scenes that I'm thinking of, but yeah.
But and so they're all standing around and they're like, okay, we don't know what to do, and then they're like, okay, let's
love this.
elect a leader. So they all vote. And they all vote for themselves.
Yeah, it's so
And then-
funny.
And then he sits there. He's like, okay, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for me. It's a tie. And then
they
they're
go,
all like, recount. And it's like, okay. And they vote again. And then he's like, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for me. They're like, recount. And they just keep
Such
doing
a funny scene.
It is so funny.
They do it probably 5 different rounds, and
It's
it's
so
really
funny.
funny. And the kid doesn't pick up on it until the end.
Yeah.
And then there's another one of those scenes because the whole movie is 2 different things. It's the little girl at the Halloween party, and then it's
The older kids trying
the
to
older
find
kids
her.
trying to find her. And so there's another scene where this guy is just standing there. I forget why, but the guy just stands there and he's like, "Want to hear a joke or something like that?" And they were like, "Sure." And he was like, "The door is ajar." The door is ajar. The door is ajar. And it keeps doing it, and it cracks me up.
It's honestly, that one's pure nostalgia. That movie is not very good.
Probably.
It's
Yeah,
like a
but
half an hour long.
I'm not even kidding you. I don't know how it got brought up, but it made me smile so much. I was talking with Paul Moyer. Shout out to Paul. I was talking with him, and he goes, I always loved Scary Godmother. And I was like, you know about it too?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I've never met someone that knew about it. And
Yeah,
so
it's
that was
such
just
a
nice
such a
moment.
small like demographics, a small audience that
Yeah,
like
small
when you
audience.
meet somebody who's seen it, you freak out. That's what happened to me at one of the orientations. A friend one of my people or whatever said that she was getting really excited for Halloween because of Scary Godmother, and I was
So
like, I
funny.
cannot believe that you watched that movie.
Right.
But no, the thing that I really like about it is probably the animation. It's just really weird. It's different from anything else I'd seen. And
yeah, it was like 3D and before like 3D
like, the
animation
3D,
took
yeah.
off.
I think that that's something that all of these kids' Halloween movies have in common, though, is they all have this really interesting art style or costume style about them.
Mhm.
They're not afraid to be really creative and
Uh-huh.
colorful, sort
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
and unique and different. And that's something that I think movie companies could afford to take risks with when it comes to movies for adults. You know, they just kind of assume that because it's geared towards kids, they're not going to care if they change an
Yeah.
art style or something. But I appreciate it as an adult. And
Especially those movies like Paranorman and Coraline. I love movies like that.
and really quickly, Monster House.
Monster House. That's a
Monster
good
House is
one.
Monster House was pretty terrifying for me.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
it
watch
was-
it. That grandpa was so creepy.
Yeah. So whereas Coraline is kind of
I still
just
don't watch that, just to let you know. Like, if I see the beginning, there's like a girl on a trike and she's biking along the sidewalk, I just turn the channel.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
one of the things that it differs itself from Coraline, because Coraline is sort of background creepy until you get to the climax, whereas in Monster House, it's scary kind of from the start almost.
Mhm.
You have that old man getting really pissed off and yelling at the kids, and at first you think he's the antagonist, but it's not.
Mhm.
And then
I actually think that that's very similar to Paranorman in a way, in the fact that there's all these tropes that are just thrown at you in the beginning, and they all turn around in the end.
yeah, that's a
So-
good point.
So, like, this old man, he's the creepy old man. You suspect him to be this villain. He turns out to be trying to protect everyone.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
you've got these,
That's a good movie.
and then you've got all these main characters who are like tropes for other horror movies.
Mhm.
And then you've got these cops who are just idiots, just like in horror movies.
Right.
Like they do it really well, and it just reminds me of Paranorman in a way, because you have all of these tropes, and then in the end, what you thought was going to happen is just complete opposite.
Right, totally.
Like Monster House, that was like creepy.
Well,
It's, like
the
really,
house, the house
really
comes
scary
alive.
for
That's scary.
Mhm.
I'm afraid of being eaten by houses now. Like, that's scary.
Yeah.
If I can't hide inside my house, where do I hide?
kids. And I mean, if we're bringing up Monster House, we have to bring up the best line.
Yes.
It's where
Oh my god.
Oh, well, if the carpet's the tongue, then the chandelier must be the uvula.
oh, so it's a girl house.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid line.
Yeah, it is.
I love it, though.
But anyway, just to wrap up really quickly, I do want to say I think it's interesting how you have a bunch of these movies that go along with a certain time of year, in particular Christmas, but you also have, you know, the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving sort of stuff, the football that goes with it. And October, Halloween kind of gets glanced over when it comes to
I think
television.
he's just saying that because his birthday's in October.
I'm not saying that because of that. I'm just saying that, like, people don't seem to notice all the Halloween love that there are in the form of movies. So, like,
Yeah, that's
if you are one of those people that has a tradition movie for Christmas, why not try out one of these movies for Halloween? Because there are a lot of golden ones and a lot of cool ones for kids as well as for adults. So
Yeah. And if you have any suggestions for us to watch, maybe we didn't talk about them, please let us know. I mean, we love watching these kids movies as traditions for our holidays.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, like I
Seriously.
said, we watched Halloween Town this year. We watch Scary Godmother every year. Well, Matt and I do. and even the ones that are on like 13 Days of Halloween on what is now Freeform. Like,
Ugh.
like yeah, so there's like Hocus Pocus, there's The Little Vampire. There's like all
the
of these.
little vampire. That's a great
So
one.
yeah, there are these movies that are great for kids that just kind of get thrown like
under the wayside.
thrown by the wayside. Whatever the
Under the
saying is.
bridge, the water is there.
Under the bridge downtown.
Whatever. Anyway.
That went completely over my head. So.
It's a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so just let us know. Check out some of the ones that we're talking about and have a wonderful Halloween from
Are we
all
ending
of
it
us
there?
here at the Broadcast Brothers. Nope.
No, I think let's scrap that.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
We didn't mention our social media.
Well, we'll do that now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Broadcast Brothers. Check us out on social media, any social media, probably.
Yeah, we're getting.
We have them all now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
Check out our Visco.
Our Friendster.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we got Twitter, which is Broadcast Bros 3. That's our Twitter handle. Instagram, which is Broadcast Brothers 3.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Facebook, which is unnamed as of right now, but we'll
It'll be along the same lines.
along the same lines. We'll let you guys know soon.
And our MySpace is
No! our email is broadcastbrothers3@gmail.com. So please, again, give us some feedback. We love hearing from you guys. We will love hearing from you guys.
What? No.
And have a spoopy Halloween.
Ooh. Wait,
a
this might have
spoop,
come
a
out
spoop
after
from me
Halloween.
to you.
A spoop from me to you.
Merry Halloween to all, and to all a good fright.
Oh!
He did it, boys.
We've done it.
Bye.
What?
Can I do my rendition of the Halloween Town theme
Yeah, do it right now.
right now?
Do you know it?
Yeah. Bum ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da 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 da. Repeat.
When did you watch it
And
last?
scene.
No,
I watched all 4 this past week.
yeah, no.
When did you watch it last?
I watched the opening like a week and a half ago, but
But if we're keeping this in, that was spot on.
I'll shove it at the end, I think.
Yeah.